Hello everyone. So today's we are in this session for translation contribution on WordPress org. So this is a very simple and easiest way to earn a page your contribution on your WordPress org. So as a beginning, everyone of aware with the WordPress org profile as everyone has profile. If anyone not yet, so let me know. So I will help you creating profile assist for other things. So basically, everyone is starting of WordPress org contribution. So first of all, easiest way to earn the first page of the translation contributor is very easy to translating any strings of WordPress version, themes, any plugins into your local language. Yeah, any of the language you have expertise, like the English and your uh, Asian languages. So by the few of a string of a single string you contribute directly for the page of a translation contributor in your profile. As I showed you here, as I have many contributions. So getting the same page, translation contributor page like this, you have immediate on your profile. And also I will be share the information how to you get the editor page as well after contributes your strings as into your languages. That's all. So basically we start with how to we say start the content, how can we translate a string. So simple way to open the WordPress.org site and into that make WordPress page is added, and there are the list of so many contribution part. At that the polyglots is the main part of a translation contribution. So there we get the translation can start. So that's give a idea about what steps to follow for the translation. First of all, usual to do login by ID or WordPress org profile, username and password, and then I have it going to translate for WordPress.org. After that, will be multiple all over the world by languages list. I will go back to contribution. So, as for example, now I am as a Gujarati language, so my language is a Gujarati. So here we got the contribution. So set that they give a list of applications that we can contribute in our languages. Like for the WordPress 7.0, we can set that, and we have look at here the state of untranslated strings waiting for the groups and the number of total translated strings here. And here is the all the contributors who have contribute in this language. So you all can go with these steps and continue for your language. And here you can get the translated string number of strings. Currently, here is the fully translated version. So, so there is 1697 strings are untranslated, and here is the list of the contributors. So simply go inside these untranslated strings, and here is the all the original strings list out here, and we need to translate our string into our own language as I'm contributing right now. So simply we open the translation English to right to simply translate. So just copy the string from here and translating here string. And like this translation string right here and keep it saved. Just we want to get the translation contributor page on the profile. But as I have an editor as well, so my string is directly showing in a it's a green part like exactly. But if you are only the editor or only a translation contributor, so in your case, is your translation looking into the yellow marks. So as once that string are approved, then it's showing into the green bar. So that's one by one you can translate the number of strings in your local language. And few of parts that must be required, like this a kind of a URL part and some of the function name that we use into the WordPress, like add underscore action or any function group names that not be translated in our language. That is used by default into the English as same manners. So sometimes user can translate the URL as well into their own language. That is a reject. That is not appropriate for the translation standards. So based on that, we can contribute to so many translation as per our languages. I have already working for two languages as Gujarati and Hindi. And if you become the editor, so these two must require at least 15 plus strings in your local language to become a editor or a PT, project translation editor, to echo this other contributor string as well to review and pass to the final like approval. So for that we must need to translate multiple strings. Also must require to paragraphs like this kind of huge string of paragraph and it's to be translated in your language. So after that you can uh, apply for the PT request as well. So for the PT request, we need to go into the translation account. And here is really the registration. And here is all the guidance why how can we follow the steps to translate contributions and everything. from let's say here into the SolidWorks, we can create like in this manner the request for the PT as I've recently launched my plugins on the WordPress over this, so I have contributed some string into the Gujarati and in this format. I have requested for the uh, also Gujarati translation editor request to for this plugin with this message to I have a contribution for Gujarati translation and would like to do the other streaming translation plugin consistency and share your uh, whatever themes or plugins or part of WordPress or directory. We'll share the URL here and the language code at, as a C for Gujarati uh, and for Hindi is HI underscore I am like to so that's it. And choose the role as an editor like so people can write code. You must need to choose the when you create a new ticket, that is a given option at the bottom of the before the submission drop down for what kind of a role for you was requesting. So there you needs to choose a editor request for requesting of this PT request. Once you approve, you get the message like you have approved for this translation editor role. Then we can go with any translation and directly access or approve all the contribution of the streams directly as I created here. So this is so simple and easiest way to start the contribution with the translation into WordPress. Anyone have any questions for this? So, so one more thing, once you get approved by the PT request, then you can translate the strings is directly approved. And if you uh, approve the other contributor strings as well, that you count as a editor role. So after that part, you get the new page of contribution or translation editor page for that. So this is a simple step. Easiest way to learn pages is two pages. Very simple and fast in qualifying. Anyone have any question?
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there any restrictions to contribute in any specific languages, or I can contribute in any other language?
There are no restrictions for contributing language, but yeah, you have a expertise and sure about whatever language you contribute. If I said I have able to Hindi and Gujarati, so I have know perfectly the meaning of that original strings. What's the meaning in our language? So if you're 100% sure and everything is fine, you can contribute any of the languages.
Okay, so I have one more question. Like, if we can see that each and every plugins have their own translated strings and everything, right? So if
Yeah.
I have to translate strings for any other plugins, like let's say I have to translate string for WooCommerce, then how can I do it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So basically, whatever things you want to translate, so from the our kind of thing or any plugin. So basically, go with that report page on WordPress org. Simply search for that WooCommerce. Yeah. And here you will find the WooCommerce plugin. To the uh, development part, here is a way to start your translation contributor. So here is a list of all the languages, how much languages are contributed, languages percentage wise, that how much percentage is converted in that language. So appropriate by your language, you can choose the language directory. For my Gujarati, so it's a 94% completed. So I go with into this Gujarati directory. So I have found such a remaining translation strings such still are not converted. So I can choose that strings and convert it to my own language. That is simply way. Same way we can contribute for the theme as well, like our 2025 themes. And inside that we can get the translation option here. There's a translation and the translation of the theme. In same way, similar the list of all the languages and how much it's stable with that language. So as the same as 100% completed. So not remaining yet, but we will get and we can string it remaining or untranslated. So we can continue to translate that script in our languages.
Okay, so I have one more question. There, I can see there are multiple tabs, right?
Yeah,
Translated, fuzzy, untranslated, waiting. Could you please
yeah,
share some more info about these tabs and
yeah,
statuses?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
thanks.
uh, this is translated means the total number of strings that available for the translate and is completed. So total 480 string is translated that is available for the number of strings. And if there are any remaining strings, so that is untranslated and waiting like as I saying at the starting point. So whoever the newest person on this translation who has no right to editing. So who is contributing the multiple string translation? So that not approved yet. That is listing into the waiting list. And the fusing is we think like it is not properly like some of the percentage wise and strings that is not 100% sure that meaningful. So we put that string into the fusing and into the change request like that is some of the reject or some of not properly and totally different way. So that number of a string is listed into the change request.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Anyone else have any questions regarding this? It's the simplest way to learning this page is first of all contributing your language and directly first translation contributor with. After up to 30 or more than 20 strings translate with many paragraphs, including not a single characters strings, but with a few of lengthy paragraph and some of complex strings translate. After you can eligible to request for the PT, like translation editor.
Edit. Okay. Got it. So, do you have any tips while developing plugins and themes to take care for translations?
Yes, I've already knowledge the appreciation for the things, so introduce about translatable or whatever continue like a theme of plugin. That string must be able to translate from multiple languages. So for that, we need to create a directory into our theme and plugin for the languages. And our string, we must need to into the functional base to say easily able to translate in other languages. As I did example of that situation like double underscore into the bracket with a string and our theme name or the plugin name as an identifier. We must need to use that standard of WordPress and PHP to eligible over entire theme plugins, everything is translatable with multiple languages.
Got it.
If addition of anyone have a doubt anytime, right now not highlighting anything. After this session as well, anyone having any doubt of the translation or related as said exactly into our team plugin what needs to implement for the languages based to easy to translate our tools. So connect with me by one-to-one via WPFolks channel or my Slack channel. I will guide anything help as I provide.
Okay. So we are open for questions. If anyone have any doubt or question, they can ask.
I think this is a very easy concept and very easy to understand. But for the so maybe for the and also you have asking a few important questions with actually what the workload is of completed by that question is. I still anyone have yeah follow-up question.
So I have one more question. So while translating any string, what is the best method to find the perfect string? Right now, people are using AI and all, right? But do you
Yeah.
have any best way to find the best string, translated string?
Mainly we have used the translation tool or we directly as I create here like translating any language. So if there are a string in any of the languages, so we choose the auto detection language and here choose our own language from your list of so many languages list of here. So you can choose accordingly. Like I have used your Swedish, English to Swedish translation, so it's easy to translate our string into that other language. But yeah, as I said, we must be sure about understanding this is a correct meaning or not. As I have the right way, but trying with multiple languages. So make sure you have 100% surety of this meaning of other languages. So this is a very easiest way to contribute our string into the any other languages.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, we are almost completed. Let's say thank you to Darshit and thank you everyone for joining the session. We are